Hey, what's going on? Manelli here. I thought I'd do a Q&A with some of my Patreon members, and here is one of the questions one of my members there asked me, so I thought I'd do a little video answer of that. It says, in your Roke interview, you mentioned that you had synesthesia, a perceptual phenomenon that blends two or more senses. I think in your case, you meant that you have the ability to perceive music visually as opposed to being limited to interpreting music in a strictly auditory sense. Although I have heard people say that for them, sounds have color, taste, and sometimes texture. Are there ways in which you harness this phenomenon to work to your advantage in creating new music? Has it ever posed any sort of hindrance, a stuck in a rut palette, etc.? And that was a question by Nina. Thanks for the great question, and that's a really detailed kind of going into the nitty-gritty of the concepts of music, of how to write music. I've always been a very creative person growing up. I've got my whole family is artists. This is a painting my dad did, and there are paintings all over my apartment here of my parents. So I think my parents just did a good job of constantly nurturing this ability to be creative and to see outside of the box and to look for finer things in the art or in the experiences that you have. So whenever I've never really been in a rut, so to speak, simply because a lot of the music that I write, I do see things. It's really cool, and it can be a trip because oftentimes the music that I don't see things with, like whether it's a scene from a movie or an experience, a made-up experience, oftentimes, if I don't see some of those experiences, so it's not just a one-dimensional thing like I see color when I play music. It's not really like that. So. It is, but what I'm really attracted to is making up these stories in my head, and I don't know where they come from. Sometimes I close my eyes and just things come, experiences come. I don't know if I'm tapping into something. I have no idea, but it's cool and I love it. And that's actually one of my things that I go to when I'm writing music, is that if I don't see something when I'm writing something, I don't elaborate that idea. I only elaborate an idea and go deeper into an idea and explore it more if I do start to see something, whether that is a color or a texture or an imaginary scene of something that I've never seen before. That's my cue. That's kind of like my mental cue or emotional cue or artistic cue, more like a compass. I'm following this internal compass and following it. Where is it taking me? Where is this music taking me? And a lot of the times, that's why I write in this kind of composed through approach of composition, which simply just means that there's no repetitions. Imagine this sort of arc of constantly going towards something, but not quite sure where the ending is. So a lot of my music is written in that sense. And a lot of my improvised ideas are the same way. And it's simply for the fact that I'm looking for something. It's like the story that has never been told, and I'm like the first person to experience it. And so usually what I do is I try to explore that so much that I go into that world. It's like a fantasy world. I don't know where it comes from or where it's going, but I'm just in it for the ride. It's almost like something above me is writing the music for me, and I'm just experiencing it, and I'm just the middleman. I'm just translating what's going on in the imagination, and I'm delivering it through the music to you. And it's really cool. It's really fascinating, and it maybe is more of a kind of out there approach to music. I don't know. Maybe some musicians and artists can probably relate to this, especially if you've honed this skill. And I feel like the more that I'm doing it, the more accurately I'm able to depict these stories and these ideas that I do have roaming in my soul. I don't know if it's a soul thing, if it's an emotional thing, if it's an experiential thing. I don't really know what it is, and I like that. I like not knowing what it is. I don't need to categorize that idea into something that I don't fully understand. And part of not fully understanding is the beauty of it, because music is so mystic. We know we resonate with the vibrations of it, but why is it that some frequencies do that to us than more than others? Why is it that certain genres, certain tones, certain timbres, certain attacks of notes, certain transients do affect us differently than others? And that's kind of what I'm looking for. And I know right away if I've got something that is worth exploring. Within seconds, even maybe milliseconds, I know if I've got something that's worth exploring. Something resonates, something tingles in my body, and I start to see things. And again, it doesn't happen with everything, and so I'm very particular about what it is, but thankfully I've never been in a rut where I don't know what to do. And that's kind of the cool thing about the music. And even if the guitar isn't doing that, I just got a ukulele, I got a piano, so I can explore other instruments and see how that can kind of translate my ideas or the messenger that I potentially am from whatever else is going through me and out through the music. Again, for me, it just happens to be the guitar. It could be anything, but the guitar for me, just because I've explored it so much, it allows me to quickly get my ideas out to the listener, Anyway, hope that answers the question, Nina. It was a really good one, and I'm glad I got to go into it a little bit more.